Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Topic Thursday. We are going to share some wins, losses, anything that anybody has going. We've got a lot of homes on the site. We're going to continue on with the training, how to get 10 listings a month. But Kenneth Collins has several things to share that I think are pertinent to all of us about getting listings, about what he's doing with his listing. And I'll be interested to hear this. I have not heard this too. And so, Kenneth?
Hello, team. I came on because I need some help because this is my first easy real estate platform listing. I want to make sure that it goes well. This is my coming soon, which is going to be active tomorrow with all the pictures. So I listed it as a coming soon, showing is the one open house will be on the 11th. So it's active on the 3rd. The list price is $765. Now the number that she's looking for is $825 or better. On my RPR, I'm getting those numbers plus up to over $1 million. So she wants $825. I brought it in at just right at 15% below at $765,000, where the bidding will start. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. So here I was very minimalist with the description because the description in the virtual video, the virtual HD dynamic video shows much more than I could put in writing. And also the pictures shows much more than I could put in writing. So I was very minimalistic with what I put in here. Now she supposedly bought a $5,000 refrigerator, of course, and she's keeping that, but her washer and dryer, and I have to add in here exclusion washer and dryer also, but I didn't put it in there. So getting to the meat of this thing, everything, you guys kind of know how these things work. What I wanted to know was, I wanted advice on, is my contingency wording and my private remarks wording. And if you guys can read along, and when you finish reading, tell me, is it too much? Is it not enough? But help me. Please contact listing agent for details on this property. This property has been placed in an upcoming online bidding platform. After buyer and or buyer agent approved by Easy Real Estate Platform admin, bids can be submitted at, and this is the email that Alton had, www.easyrealestateoffer.com. Property is subject to a buyer premium to be added to the winning bid. This premium can be financed into the loan. The property price will be adjusted accordingly. Bids can be submitted by the buyer or buyer's agent by submitting an online bid at the property page at, again, that's the information was on Alton's account. Buyer's lender, pre-approval, pre-qualification, and qualification letter, the completed buyer rep form, and the proof of fund. Our MLS requires that the buyer rep form comes over with the offer. The agents must send over that buyer rep form. The buyers and sellers agree to use buyer's premium. And I put just a slide note, cash buyers to provide proof of funds prior to bidding, not an option. So that's the contingency remarks. Mm-hmm. Is it too much? Do I have that wrong offer website in there, or should I completely remove it?
Have you?
The website needs to be changed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good point.
Can I say something?
So, question: have you already got this on the MLS?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting, because like my MLS wouldn't allow a great majority of what's here. They don't allow any third-party platforms to be mentioned. Yeah, it's pretty strict, nor any website. So the only way I can do this is to have a document that I have them go to, which has links, and does some of this explanation. And then I have the buyer video that I kind of lead them into. So it's not strictly just call this 800 number to figure it out.
Okay, and your MLS is?
Northern Nevada MLS.
Those are agent remarks, though, right? You say private
It
remarks?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they're in agent remarks or in the remarks to the public. It cannot be mentioned, nor can any mention of buyer broker compensation. So all of that has to be excluded in my MLS, and it's, I've been fighting this, but it was some lawyer that decided our state, this is what we're going to do. So
Yeah, that's not the norm.
okay, interesting.
Kenneth,
Yes.
how long have you had this in the MLS?
It's been coming soon since Monday.
Okay,
But,
because you're CR MLS, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
same as me down in San Diego area.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, you know what? Yeah, I don't know if they may say something about this. One thing that I think I would take out is regarding the buyer's premium under your contingency, that this premium can be financed in a loan. I would take that out because you've
Okay.
already said it's going to be added to the bid.
Okay. Okay. Since we're discussing that, I did not mention any commissions. But I did mention the buyer's premium, and I mentioned that the buyer and the buyer's agent has to be approved by the Easy Real Estate admin.
You know
Do you
what?
think-
I would take out a bunch of the details and just, if they're interested, just give them the very basics and then have them call.
I agree, because I think there's a lot that needs to be explained, and you can just kind of turn off people if it seems too complicated.
Okay.
That would be my suggestion too, is that you say, you can have an offer instructions, and in the offer instructions say, please call me at, that would be your main contact. Because again, you want to be the one to explain it to them. You want to be the one that has that control.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot going on there. People might say this is going to be too complicated. I'm just going to pass.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would just keep the very first line. Please contact the listing agent and leave it at that.
Okay. What about the part about this is a bidding platform? This is an online bidding platform where it says this property is.
I generally do leave that, because at least in my MLS, if you're doing something through a bidding platform, it's actually required that you disclose that. Now you don't
Okay.
have to explain it, but in my MLS, you have to disclose it.
Okay, and how about the little at the very end where it says not an option? Right behind, should I leave in right behind where this is a bidding platform, not an option?
Yeah, I would say
Sure.
so.
Got it. Okay. That's
You might want to
okay.
call it an offer platform.
What is that?
An offer platform instead of bidding platform.
Okay, offer platform. Offer
Yeah.
platform.
And then what I was going to say too, you can pull up Melvin, Michael Iguayu, and Raymond have stuff in your area listed already.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Alton gave this to you, but I might go back and check what they're putting in theirs too, because they obviously just listed it, and it's after the NER compliance
Okay.
for your MLS. I would definitely check those as well. But this is a lot of
The only
information.
reason, Robert, I didn't check with them because EXP has told them they can't use
No.
0%
I'm
or
just
any
saying,
of
as
that
far as what, like whether they have the website in there, whether they have, all just the basic stuff.
Okay, got it. And the private
Also-
remarks. Okay, go, Michelle.
The buyer explainer sheet, did you already talk
Uh-huh.
about putting that in there as your supplement?
Right.
Or
Right.
or just a referral to, please see the buyer explainer sheet for details?
Okay,
Well, what you can do to
Got
make it simpler is just say, see offer instructions. Most agents are used to an offer instructions, and you can always have an offer instruction sheet that explains
Right.
everything. You put your title, you put your information, all that. But one thing I would include is language like, this is an amazing opportunity. This house is priced way below market value. I mean, something that's going to get people excited.
And the other thing, Kenneth, I'd put in easy real estate platform, not easy RE offer.
Okay, yeah, that again, that was on Alton's thing, so I didn't know if it was still
Yeah,
being used. So
yeah. That
now
takes you to a
that
different place.
okay, great. Okay,
And I wouldn't be
and,
afraid to put our 800 number in there too, in case you can't answer the phone.
great 800 number. I'm writing
Yeah.
this stuff down, by the way.
While you're writing, Robert, do we own Easy Offer still, or did somebody else get that?
No, I have it.
You should be able to do like a
Yeah,
DNS
well,
redirect.
there's a reason why we're not doing that, Brad,
Oh, okay.
on the
No
redirect, because
worries.
we're still using it for something else.
Copy that.
Eventually, when it's all inclusive and all going, it'll be there. So
All right.
this is good
So
stuff, you guys.
the website to use is easyrealestateplatform.com.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
If you scroll back up to the top, are you not letting anybody see it until Saturday?
Right, until the 11th. That's when the open house.
You're not going to let anybody look at the house before? Is that, was your seller saying not to do that?
No, I thought that's our method to drive attention to the open house. To have one.
You're gonna need a letter
open
from the
house.
seller stating that. Or it will get
What
kicked
is
back
that?
from your MLS.
Well, no, that's part of my listing agreement.
I mean, what is it? What is, it's going live when?
On the 11th.
No, that's when you're doing your open house.
I
When
thought
are
you
you
said it was
going
going
live?
It's
live
going live.
tomorrow.
I'm sorry, it's going live tomorrow morning.
So for a week, you're not going to let anybody look at it?
Well, you guys said do one dynamic
That's too
open
long.
house. That means everybody's looking at it online.
No, but if you, we listed on Thursday, we have the open house on Saturday. When you're putting it out there and they can't go and look at it, preview or do anything until then, I think you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. If you put it in on Thursday, you have the open house on a Saturday, you're getting your best bang for the buck because of the syndication that happens on the hot sheet. So that will drive traffic into it, but I wouldn't preclude anybody that can't come in that Saturday from looking at it. I'd let them start looking on, when you list it on Thursday afternoon and Friday, and if you've got this thing priced right, you'll have 100 people at the open house.
Okay.
I mean, you can do it if you want, but that's a long time to just sit there and people to remember it. Because remember, once it's off the hot sheet, your marketing exposure goes way down.
Well, as I've been listening to what you guys are saying, I kind of missed that.
Well, I've
Listed
never
on
done
this
that,
date.
Kenneth, and
And
on any of mine. I started on Thursday. I let them go see it Thursday, Friday, and the open house is on Saturday. I'm still getting 100 people at them. Because the idea is get the more attraction. Because my whole thing, if I show it on Thursday and Friday, and I can get a bid on it for the open house on the site, then I know I'm gonna have a street fight for the house at
okay.
the end.
Yeah, and if it's priced low enough, you may get people that'll look at it with their agent and then come back to your open house because they want to see it a second time, and then even maybe see it a third time if they're really serious. So there's nothing wrong with letting them see the house.
Yeah, I agree. So then, and again, you can do what you want to do. That's just our feedback to you. So, but I don't want to confuse you.
Okay. Because I have all my people set up for the 11th. What if we do this? Can I do this? Since I have the open house, everything is already set up for the 11th.
Yeah.
What if I did this? What if I made it active tomorrow and said appointment only?
Well, they got to do an appointment only through showing time, right? Before they go see the house.
Well, because the seller works, but she'll give me the keys and everything if I'm
Okay.
there at her unit. and that's no problem. I can be there Saturday.
Does she
It
not,
is,
does she not want other agents to show it?
Do I not want other agents to show it?
Does the owner not want other agents showing her? It sounds like you could make yourself available. So I was a little confused why you need to be there for every showing.
Well, she kind of said to me she has private and personal things that she definitely wants either me or I'm co-listening with the agent in my office,
Got
either
it.
me or Linda at the house. In the
so does she understand that real estate agents that show it have a license?
Yeah, she understands. Went through all that with her. Yeah,
Security.
she understands. Yeah. Mhm.
Kenneth,
Let me clarify. Linda, the agent in my office, lives right across the street from this place.
Okay. There you go.
Kenneth.
The owner behind her is also getting ready to go on the same listing next week or the week after. So Linda is very particular because she doesn't want her reputation spoiled, as you can imagine, and she wants to get more listings because people are starting to sell, and she wants everything to go smoothly. So that's
all right. That we get it. Go ahead, Frank.
Kenneth, what? Yeah, you have it in the MLS on coming soon, so it's getting some press. Why don't you just postpone it and have it go live next Thursday, and then you're going to have your open house a couple of days later. You'll get all that momentum right off the get-go.
Say that again, Frank.
You know, it's already coming soon, so the word's getting out. How about postponing the going live until next Thursday, and in a couple of days, you'll be having your open house, and you'll get the benefit of what we're talking about with the hot sheet and all that stuff as an active live listing.
I can do that. I can delay till Thursday. Okay.
Yeah,
I got a question for all you guys in the CRM, MLS, whatever it is, the California Realtor, whatever it is. When you do a coming soon, is that taking up? Does it still go on the hot sheet when it goes active?
Yes, it's actually seen now. Yeah.
Okay.
Agents are seeing it now. I mean, yeah, but it's not distributed to the platforms, Zip, all the other platforms until it actually goes live.
And the other thing I tend to see, like I see here with Kenneth, like the coming soon, like they'll have maybe one photo, like you do. And then when it goes live, it has like all the photos and everything else once it's active.
Okay.
Yeah, because it really comes down to when does List Hub get it? Because that's when the syndication happens.
Right.
Okay. So that's where you're gonna, get the bang for your buck, like Robert's saying.
Yeah, the MLS, they allow us to do one picture because otherwise, if we don't do that, we'll be penalized. But then we can always add more pictures later.
I'm doing today. I'm adding the virtual tour, and I'm also adding the pictures later today. I got them all from the photographer.
All right.
So, do you know how it shows up when you do a coming soon? When you actually it goes active, does it show as okay, it's on the market for one day, or does it take that time into account? It's been coming soon as part of that. It's been on the market for 7 days or something.
No, it doesn't count as market time.
It does here. So it's why we never use coming soon here.
You say in Nevada,
it's based on the platform. Like the platform they use for their MLS doesn't have the ability to distinguish.
You can see, Quinn, on the page there, after the years built, property subtype down below.
Yeah.
Days on market and current days, it's 00.
Go back. That's cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, all right, Kenneth, you can go ahead and stop sharing. And if you want to talk about your other deal that you have going and the work you've had to do and yada, yada, yada.
Okay. Yeah. The other deal, Robert referred an investor deal to me, and it was a pretty. It was a lot of twists and turns. The lady has had the house on the market since September last year. The issue was she kept taking it on and off the market because apparently the agents were making promises to her, but what they were not doing, they were not following her directions with instructions on the MLS. So one of pet peeves was she was getting her number and over the number that she wanted, but the agents did not put on there, she does in the contingency space that she will, seller is not accepting any offers with a must sell my home contingency, correct? So the agents were not putting, of course, she got $1 million plus offers from that, and it irritated her, so she took it off the market again. Then she went to some platform that, and Robert, it'll take Robert to tell you of what she told him about the platform. She says, I had it on a bidding platform. They offered me this. They couldn't sell it, but they were bidding and they were doing this and doing that. I said, ma'am, what was the name of the platform? And she couldn't remember. And I said, well, it definitely was not Easy Real Estate Platform. Oh, well, it sounds like what you're telling me, because I kind of explained the platform. And so what was happening in this space was the investor, Michael, was a great guy, but he was interjecting. And I couldn't talk between him and the owner, because as I'm explaining the platform and other features, he's interjecting. And what he's interjecting, he was trying to talk up the platform and how it's helped him. But the owner could not get any questions in. So consequently, the owner said, well, Ken, no, it sounds great, but I'll get back to you. 3 days later, Michael calls me again and says, I got the owner on the phone. She's ready to talk, Robert. So we go through the same exercise again, and it happens again. He's interjecting. So the owner finally said, and you know, what happens is it appears, because it appeared like that to me, that she's being pressured to use the platform. And so she said, Michael, and this happened last Friday. She said, Michael, what I'll do is I will call you or you call me on Monday. Let me back up. She originally was going to meet me at the property because the property has been locked up, completely rehabbed, beautiful rehab. And she has had it off the MLS since April of this year. She said, Michael, I will meet Ken at the property. So after this back and forth, she tells Michael, no, I'll make my decision over the weekend and talk to me Monday, Michael, if I'm going to move forward. Of course, she told Michael she's not moving forward, and, you know. So Michael calls me and he said, you think I ought to call Robert? I said, well, you know, if anybody's going to close this, Robert will, because I can't. And, you know, I kind of like, you know, I didn't want to tell Michael what was really on my mind, because I might, you know, make him mad or whatever. But I said, yeah, call Robert. So that's what he did. He called Robert. Robert got on the handle with this lady, and we went back and forth. I physically went out to the house, and the house is overgrown with all kinds of vegetation. You can't see it from the street. There's a vacant house next to it. But as I drove the neighborhood, several houses have been completely rehabbed, completely refurbished, beautiful. And they've gone over $950, $1 million bucks. We can get it. She apparently wanted at least 900,000. We can get the number if we can get the listing. So Robert, you can take it from there. That's the short capsulation.
So anyways, Michael got me on the phone with her, talked to her for probably 45 minutes going over the platform again, but it was, how do I say this gracefully? She was one of the things that I want to say when you go into a listing presentation you got to ask questions and you got to validate the questions and the answers. People can go and check our site out and look and think they understand what our site does from a layman point of view, and it's not true. When I started asking her, when she was telling me that she used a site similar to ours with a buyer's premium, with I turn on and ask her, I said, so let me ask you this. What was the benefit for you using a buyer's premium? Why would you do that with just any agent? And then she threw out FOMO. And it's like, all right, she went and looked at cat stuff. So I'm not saying that, but I'm letting her, I started asking her questions she couldn't answer. And then, okay, well, you didn't. So let me explain the difference between that platform, which I have no idea I don't even think she was on another platform, to be honest with you. But we talked about the buyer's premium and the flexibility and things that you can do with the buyer's premium to help your buyer do things so that their buying power increases. So she liked that. And then the probably the most important thing is like the difference between all these platforms and us. We're not charging agents to come in and use a platform, but they've got to go through a compliance course. They've got to go through master training. Then they should be on the calls twice a week. So our agents know what they're doing. They know how to overcome objections. They know how to talk to sellers. And ultimately, that's what flipped her over. So Kenneth is getting that listing. You've got to ask questions, and I always drive with questions. I know every answer. When I ask a question to all of you, I know the answer. And I also know the purpose of asking it and where I'm trying to direct the seller to go to. And it was very evident that this lady, she says she put $400,000 into the home. That's the only thing that's going to save this deal. So one of the things that I want you guys to understand with our investors is they didn't validate what this seller had said. And when the lady had said, we'll give you, I said, whoa, hang on a second here. We need to find out if the house is in the shape you're talking about. And I had told her I want Kenneth to go out and look at the home. And so Kenneth went out and looked at it. Since then, he redid some comps. I believe she's going to clean up the yard, Kenneth, last I heard.
Correct. I offered my yard cleaning service to take care of that for her. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's going to pay you. She's going to pay for the stuff, though, right?
No.
Who's paying for it?
Who's paying for it? I'm taking care of it for her.
You're paying for the yard to get cleaned up?
Yes, sir.
All right. There's another problem, you guys. I don't want you doing that with your money. Who should be paying for that?
No, it's my contracting
The seller.
service. I agree 100%.
Well, even if the seller's not going to be paying for, who should be? Who's making the money on this? This is an investor thing utilizing a 10% buyer's premium.
The
He's going to make
investors
3%
pay.
of that premium, plus if there's any spread, if this thing does go into the $1 million, right? So he's making his, because he'll have a contract with this lady for $900,000. So if he gets one offer on the thing, he's made $27,000. Kenneth, with one offer, how much have you made?
With one offer?
Yep.
At 900?
Yep.
I made 31,500.
Okay, and what's minus 25%?
Oh, man, Robert, you got me this morning.
I am telling you, because
22.
most likely in this home, he's going to make the spread on it too. But he can take the onus. He'll make a spread, plus he's making $27,000 on that thing.
$29,250.
So it's still
29,000 minus
a pretty
the
good payday. What's it going to cost to get that yard up and cleaned up?
to pay my guys less than $200.
That's it?
Well, because it's mostly the frontage. I remember I couldn't get in the back, and I only told him the front. I'm taking care of the front where it's all overgrown. So it's one haul, one small truck, and they're out of there. That's about
Well,
30 minutes.
that doesn't sound bad. That's
30
pretty
minutes.
cheap.
Well, cutting it. Well, my guys have been working with me a long time, and I keep them working. So when I ask them for special favors, they say, "Ken." I showed him the picture of the front of the house. He said $250.
Very
I
good.
said, great.
So anyway, the bottom line short is these investors are kicking in. We picked up another listing. I'm getting so confused on we've got sellers that are sending in their houses. Naomi, we've got 3 investor homes in her neck of the woods. So everything is starting to kick in. Vincent had turned something in. I haven't heard about it yet, Vincent. Anyways, I'll find out tomorrow on that. But
Thank you.
follow our processes, you guys, that we set up for you. We've done enough training. Follow the processes that we've set up for you. And even though it's only $250, I'm going to go back to Mike and make him pay it.
Well, I spoke that to Mike.
Yeah, well, now that I know, I'm going to speak
I said to Mike.
So,
Let Uncle Bob
anyways.
take care of you, Kenneth.
Yeah.
Okay.
If these investors, you know what's going to happen to you next time, Kenneth? It's going to be a $10,000 deal is going to expect you to cover it.
Oh no! I don't know.
I'm just telling. When you set a precedent, it's going to make your life harder somewhere down the line. So, when we've talked about the investors and what their responsibility is, remember, if I have a property and I have you guys go and take a look at it to validate what the seller has said, what am I paying you to do that?
200.
No.
200
What am I
bucks.
paying you to go out and do? How much, Frank?
Oh, $200.
Yeah.
200 bucks. And why am I doing that? Because I want to make sure that it's not a headache for you when we go to list it. I don't want to waste money on stuff. I don't want you guys wasting money on stuff. I am telling you, in the investment world, we have this thing covered with the ways that we can sell homes. And not only that, when we start doing training with the investors, they will start doing stuff our way. Because you know what's the most important piece to them that they can't ever get a grasp on? Is you guys. You know how to make buyer's premium work. You know how to take pictures. You know how to put it on the MLS and when to put it on. You're going to hold an open house there. You're going to pick up leads and you're going to follow the processes that we've set up for you. Don't forget our processes that we've done. So, Frank, that's part of the cheat sheet is all these processes and these different angles too. So anyway, so you've got to stick to it because I don't want you to get caught in the middle of not being able to do stuff. The investors are coming fast and furious, but I read you on Monday that a lot of the deals they're not doing the stuff that they should be doing that we do. And if as agents, if you're making your own side deals on doing stuff for them, you're setting a precedent for the rest of us. Because Michael's dealing with some other agents, he's going to go and say, well, Kenneth is paying for this. Why aren't you paying for it?
Oh, okay. I get you now. Yeah,
You got to stick with the processes that make this thing simple. That way, we conform and we are the same as a unit all the way around.
got it.
All these things that we've trained you on, that we've done work on, all the stuff that we've done on it, there's a specific reason why. And again, what it does is simplify your life. Every one of our investor homes, all is you got to get is one offer for it
Right.
to make you some money. And the other thing is too, is getting them not to do these $20,000-$30,000 deals. And then we're trying to get them to bump up. And what we're telling we're creating a turnkey system for investors. And Kenneth, you had said that you want to be a part of it, but we're going to do the lead generation for you. We're going to do the when we do the lead generation, we fill a lead intake form. That form goes from there into Adam and a couple other people for the disposition. They're pulling CMAs in. They're pulling in a title report. They're pulling in a Zillow report with comps on there. And then when we get done with that, we're filling out a sheet recommending to the investors, these are the things that you can offer. You know, for those who can get cash money, there'll be a cash offer. Those who can't, we'll go straight into the partnership agreement. Then we'll go into the investor with 10% buyer's premium. And if nothing else, just list the home with you guys. And we'll pay them 25% referral fee on everything. On a $300,000 home, they make $2,000 simply by turning a house over and letting it list them for them. How does that sound?
Sounds great to me.
So our process are set up for you guys. You guys should know these things backward, forward, and sideways because the investor group is going to grow at a rapid pace. And these leads that we're working on, we have a house in Mill Creek, Washington, that we're going to do a cash offer with. And but we're following our own processes as we go. And the stuff that we're doing is working and it's getting results. So stay inside of our framework and let's make this thing work. Do not if an investor is talking over you, because Michael, when we got off the phone with the lady, he goes, "Oh my God, you are so brilliant. You're the best salesman." It's not that I know my product backward, forward, and sideways. He goes, "But you did cut me off." And he goes, "I didn't appreciate that." And I said, "Well, then, either get somebody else on the call or don't." When I ask questions to your seller, I know where I'm leading them. I don't need you to interject anything. If you're the buyer's premium expert, I don't need to be on the phone.
Got it.
You guys got to set the stuff out of the gate. You got to be the professionals. You're the one that's going to make these investors money. I'm sorry, I'm yelling at the computer. My wife's not here, but again, I am telling you, this stuff is growing by leaps and bounds. Finally, if you guys are watching the site, you see we got more listings than we've had in a long time. We're getting back to the good old days. And the cool thing is they're getting offers on them. For the people that are following the processes, the ones that aren't following the processes aren't. Sorry. It's life in the big city. But anyways, it's 1:52. So I think, how do you guys feel about today's? We didn't get on to the 10 list. Monday, though, we're not going to do any more like this. Monday, we're going to be doing this Mondays and Thursdays. But I thought it was important that we help Kenneth with this first listing. And also, too, I think it also reiterates back to the basic processes. And everybody MLS is different, but you know what? And that's the beauty of having. The lady ultimately is going to list with Kenneth this property in Los Angeles simply because we have, 40 to 50 of us. I told her when you hire Kenneth, you're not just hiring him. You're getting the benefit of 50 other agents that get together Monday and Thursdays. And I told her about the two what are those things on the roof that
Solar panel.
Solar panels. We had two of those closed. They had no business closing. Nobody else could have closed those without the benefit of a buyer's premium. And I said, I didn't figure that out. Our community did together. And ultimately, that's what people want to hear. That when you list a home, you're not just getting me. If I have a challenge, I got 50 other people on Mondays that we can come and talk about as a group and fix it together. And that stuff empower sellers love that stuff. They feel like they're getting a whole team. There used to be a commercial with somebody said, "Well, you're not just getting that sale, you're getting this whole team behind you." And it's really, honestly, it's what we do, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
And you guys are top of the industry people. You're not schlubs. You're not newbies. You are in the top echelon group, and you've got successful businesses going. And there's a wonderful thing to tell your seller is that I've got this whole nationwide, I've got all these groups of agents that will help me overcome objections and problems. So anyways, yeah, Nicola, but Mike, I'll tell you what, I just can't believe everything you say is spot on. Mike just put we are a brain trust.
Absolutely.
And it's so important that your sellers know about the community of people. But also too, this lady didn't even know the transparency deal. She said, "Oh no, it's transparent." I said, but she goes, "I got 6 offers on my home." I said, "So what happened to them?" She goes, "Well, I didn't take any of them." And I said, "All right, well, let's pretend that you did. What was the best? What offer would you have taken if it was good?" She goes, "The $900,000 one." And so I said, "All right, so let's play a game. You sold it doing it the traditional way. Seller or your buyer's agent wrote up an offer. You accepted it, Mrs. Seller. You didn't disclose what you sold it for, but you still have 5 other buyers. What are the chances that if those 5 other buyers, if they knew it was $900,000, would have offered $905,000?" And she goes, "Well, I think very good." And I said, "Well, we still got 5 buyers. How about 910?" She goes, "Yeah." So anyways, these are the things you got to play with your sellers. You got to get them in the framework of understanding what transparency does for them as well. All of these things, you have been trained enough that any objections that come out, you should be able to think your way around it. The best way of answering an objection is by asking a question. And I am the king of that. And I mean, I'll get right to the point fast, but I want to make sure they understand what they're saying and what they're asking. And I also want to make sure I understand what they're saying and what they're asking on there too. But so anyways, and the other thing I'm going to say too, there's been a few of you that have called me while you've been out with your sellers if you get stuck, and please feel free to pick up the phone. And if I can't answer, a lot of times I'll walk out from where I am and call you right back. Let me help. I don't not get listings. And I make sure they understand the process backward, forward, and sideways. And I can explain around anything and what the benefit is for them. All right. So anyway, Kenneth, I appreciate that was a lot of information. And
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much for interjecting. And does anybody else have anything they want to say?
Yeah, I thought it was good to actually see that, Kenneth. So I appreciate it. I know at EXP we have mentors and stuff like that. Maybe even taking people through a deal the first time, like start to finish, might be a good practice for people. And just, oh, hey, you did this, kind of do like a proofread beforehand or whatever.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent.
All right, everybody.
Oh, no, I was just going to say it was helpful. It's state specific too, because of some of our MLS rules in regard to commission. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's it's funny how loose some of the MLS have gotten on the commissions and the other stuff, and so we'll see what happens by the end of the year. Kind of hoping that we get another couple rate lowers before the end of the year, but you guys, we got to get back on this, getting these listings so you can start working on them now, because when we slide into a seller's market, you need to have 10 listings going. And nothing would make my heart happier because they will all close, they will all get offers, and you will all make money. And for you with the enterprise seat owners, that's money in your pocket as well, extra money in your pocket as well. So anyways, all right, that being said, I appreciate everybody. Monday, we're not going to talk about much. I'm going to, at 1:15, we are going to start in on the training that we didn't get to today. All right. So anyway, I appreciate everybody. And by the way, God bless all you guys. I just, we are so lucky to have all of you a part of our team. I get up and just, I'm telling you, I love all you guys. I'll do anything for you. And I feel so fortunate to have everybody here with our team. And I think my staff does too. And, Kat's creating a bunch of new content as well. Frank, I think she's even doing some stuff with your stuff that is going to come out. But we are only who we are because of you guys, not because of me, not because of the staff.
Well, Robert, you are greatly appreciated. I know by me, and I'm going to say everybody else in the group. I mean, look, there's 18 people on here. That's a small group, but we show up for each other.
Yeah, that's awesome, Frank. I just couldn't be any prouder to be with you guys and in the trenches with you. But I can tell you this, our system works. There's quite a few that have had success with it. Stick to it. And if you run into a problem, it's a great thing to have, knowing that you've got the community behind you to help you through it. So, all right. So that being said, thanks everybody. And I'll see you on Monday. We will get through this training, I promise. So,
can I, Michelle, do you have just a few minutes after the meeting?
Yep.
And Robert, I was going to ask. Oh, here, Robert, I was going to ask you the same question. If you have a few minutes, I could talk to you. I can give you a call.
Yes. Can you call me at? Well, let me hold it. Let me check my.
Yeah, if a different time works, just let me know.
Can you call me in like 20 minutes?
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Appreciate your help. Appreciate your help.
Have a good weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for tuning into Easy Real Estate Platforms Topic Thursdays. We hope to see you again next week, and make sure you check out our Facebook groups. The links are in the description.